As tourism takes a dive across the state, one sector that's performing well is whale watching. Even in the current downturn, the Gold Coast's whale watching business is showing consistent growth. Operators say that's despite an unfair advantage to the Hervey Bay and Brisbane-based boats that are allowed to scour seas close to land. Gold Coast whale watchers have to travel out to Commonwealth waters because the state government won't give them a licence.
Whaling was Australia's first major primary industry, and by the middle of last century, Queensland was doing well out of it. About 600 humpbacks a year were killed in local waters and processed at Tangalooma on Moreton Island. Now it's whale watchers who are making a killing.
That's been fantastic. Every single year we've seen consistent growth. We're a little bit concerned this year with the economic crisis and also a downturn in tourism. But actually reviewing our figures on past years, we're actually up on customer numbers compared to last year.
Anthony ARDEN and his brother set up the Gold Coast's first whale-watching tour business in 2005, a week ahead of its nearest competitor.
G'day, how's it going?
At the time, it was a risky thing to do. The industry was already well established in Hervey Bay and Moreton Bay, and nobody knew if it could work for the Gold Coast.
We weren't sure whether the industry would actually take off, whether governments would actually stop the industry from going ahead on the coast, but thankfully we've now got a thriving industry.
That's in spite of the state government refusing to give them a permit to operate close to shore, forcing them 3 nautical miles out into Commonwealth waters.
We're not after stronger regulation or anything like that, we're just basically after fair regulation.
The current system gives a natural advantage to operators in Hervey Bay and Moreton Bay who pay for a licence to operate in marine parks. On the Gold Coast, there's no marine park, so no permits.
Okay guys, we're now about 1 mile offshore on our way out to Commonwealth waters. We're still well inside Queensland waters at the moment, but keep an eye out. These whales can pop up anywhere at all. Fortunately, we do still have to keep going out to the 3 mile mark.
When a whale is sighted inside the 3 mile limit, Gold Coast operators have to pass it and go on, burning more fuel and potentially disappointing passengers.
We're going to have to leave this whale and head on out a little bit further.
Tourism Gold Coast has set up a working committee of whale watch operators and supports them with marketing and management advice. They think it's time the restrictions were reviewed, given that the Gold Coast has certain natural advantages for whale watchers.
That's right, even with these regulations, still the shortest time from docking to actually viewing whales. Australia's or the East Coast's longest whale watching season from June to November, and what a spectacular place to watch the whales from as well.
The Gold Coast gets more international tourists than anywhere else in Australia except Sydney and Melbourne. Many of them come here for close encounters with the natural world.
What we want to be able to do is give them every kind of iconic Australian experience here in Queensland, in the one place, in the one destination. And whale watching is, an absolutely key part of that mix and key part of that proposition. It's a nature-based, it's low impact, but it's also spectacular.
All right, now we've reached the 3 mile mark now, guys, so we are now officially whale watching. We just need one more thing. Yeah, some whales, yeah.
Within 10 minutes, a mother and newborn calf turn up to delight the boat.
Yeah, little whale, so it's mum and calf here, and she's probably only just given birth to this baby whale.
The Gold Coast's whale watching industry has something in common with that baby whale. Plenty of potential, but a long way to go. The state government has been conducting a review of the regulations and will soon throw them open for public comment.
We'd simply expect equal opportunity for whale watching operators across Queensland.
Local operators are regularly invited to Canberra to talk about the direction of their industry, but they say they get nothing from the state.
And what the Commonwealth wants to do is what the operators want as well, is to have a combined cross-jurisdictional boundary. So what rules apply in state waters also apply in Commonwealth waters. The exact same situation as what they've got in the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park.
The whales don't know where the current boundary lines are, and the tourists don't understand them either.
Yeah, I was just a bit confused as to why they have a 3 mile rule for observing whales. It seems a bit strange.
And are you any better informed now?
No, it seems to be very confusing.
But it's been a good day for whales in paradise.
Yeah, very lucky today. They were travelling almost directly north, which is great for us because we can stay with them the whole time we're out here. But once they go inside that 3 mile mark, unfortunately we have to wave goodbye to them.
The passengers feel they got value for money.
It's my very first time ever seeing a whale in my whole life. It's probably one of the highlights of my trip to Australia. I've never been to Australia before either.
It's an amazing experience because we saw that a lot in the theme park, but not really in the real sea. Yeah.
You've seen them in the theme park?
Yeah, because we had it in Hong Kong, which is called like the ocean park, where the whales perform. But like now I'm really seeing in the real water, and that's really cool.
The state government says the review of the current regulations will be finished by the end of next year. Operators are hoping the issue can be sorted out before the sun sets on a promising line of ecotourism.
Karen Berkman reporting.